Hey everybody, it is Radley here with the Angel Tarot Show. It is so great to be with you. It's the holidays. I'm super excited about that. So, I wanted to spend some time with you today talking about a brand new holiday tradition that started for me 1 year ago. Now, before I tell you about that, I should tell you that it is the natural state of things in my world for there to be two dogs in my house. We really believe strongly in the importance of our pets having companionship at all times, even when the humans are not around, and actually, especially when the other humans are not around. I also have a strong belief system that one dog keeps the other dog young and they keep each other vibrant and awake and mentally acute and all of those things. So it's really important to me that there is more than one dog in the house at any particular time. Now, that being said, um, as I get older, I'm starting to kind of learn things about myself and additional things, including the apparent fact that I am a two dog guy. Maybe I'm just that high maintenance, or more likely, it's just I consistently give too much of myself away, requiring the need for a double dog dose of love and companionship for myself. But back in July of 2021, my family suffered a terrible loss when our beloved Sheltie boy, Jace, passed away. It was sudden, unexpected, and from a disease that I'd never heard of before or even after. But in less than 24 hours, he was gone. And I was devastated. Lee was devastated. Riley was devastated. We were all just completely crushed and destroyed. And I do want to say that if that kind of a loss is currently haunting you, then I do want to encourage you to consider listening to last week's podcast entitled Overcoming the Loss of a Pet with Pat Blocker and Sarah Pellizzari. I won't belabor the point of how the loss of a fur baby can totally wreck your world. I'm just bringing this up because it's relevant. But if you are suffering right now, check out that podcast and the book that goes along with the podcast. Anyway, it took some time for Lee and Riley and I to be ready for a new baby in the house. Now, what we did not account for was how long it would take. I also won't talk you through all the challenges that we experienced, but just suffice it to say that after a year of looking, yes, a solid year of looking and getting nowhere, I was getting pretty desperate. So cue here the new holiday tradition. I don't even remember what caused me to suddenly think that I should write a letter to Santa. I seriously, I have no memory of the last time that I would have done such a thing. I can only presume that I was a young teen at best, but probably not even that old when that particular endeavor left my heart. But I do remember that I was driving in my car a year ago, headed back home from having run into town doing errands, when it suddenly hit me. And I was like, oh my God, I should write a letter to Santa and ask for a dog. And literally, in that moment, I was fully 100% committed. I mean, like, I was like, I am doing this. And as soon as I was home, I grabbed pen and paper, because I somehow have this feeling that letters to Santa should be handwritten. And so I got my pen and paper, and with Riley by my side, I wrote the following letter to Santa on November 8th, 2022. Here's the letter. Dear Santa, I am writing to you as the spirit of Christmas. My family and I have been searching for a Sheltie for a year now with no luck. Our girl, Riley Grace, really needs a sibling, so I thought I could turn to you for help. We are looking for a Sheltie that is young and healthy. Small like Riley is preferable, but not a requirement. Just someone who will bond with and love Riley and vice versa. Oh, and Lee and I too, of course. House trained and easy to meet and bring home would be great. And we don't care if it's a boy or a girl. Please, Santa, all I want for Christmas is our new baby. Thank you, and with love, Rad. So then I took the handwritten letter and I put it in a hand-addressed envelope and I mailed it to Santa Claus, the North Pole. Now I know that I think I know that there's an address out there that the US Postal Service, if not postal services around the world, want you to use to mail letters to Santa. And I even think that, at least in the US, that if you do that, the kid gets some sort of response, maybe. I don't know. All I knew was that I didn't want my letter to be navigated to some big warehouse someplace. I just wanted, if I was doing this, then I was committing full on to the magic. I was committing full on to the belief. And I wanted my letter to go straight to the magical source without interference or anybody handling it. However well-being the idea of sending it to a warehouse where it could get responded to may be. So guess what? It worked. It literally, it worked. It worked like magic. It worked. It was amazing. We knew by December 23rd, right on Christmas Eve, right? That by December 23rd, we knew that our girl was ours. It was confirmed, even though we wouldn't be able to actually bring her home until the 27th. But just like that, I wrote a letter to Santa and Santa delivered. And not only did he deliver, he gave us a little girl dog named Faith. Yeah, Faith. We did not pick that name. She came with it. It was perfect. I mean, we were delivered a gift that came from the faith of writing to Santa. And now we have this beautiful, fabulous, permanent reminder of the power of faith. I mean, I'll be honest with you, it's a little bit of an old-fashioned name, and our natural inclination would have been to maybe change it, but how can you change that? How can you, when something like that happens, change the name Faith? We couldn't do it. So here we are a year later. And do you think that I will be writing another letter to Santa? Oh, you betcha I will. The question for me right now is, what do I want to ask for? Now, the ruminations in my head are all over the place. Do I ask for something tangible that can arrive by Christmas Eve to stay in the vein of the tradition? I mean, that worked amazingly well with Faith. Or do I ask for something more ethereal or emotional or spiritual? I mean, for example, I could envision asking for the most joyful and lovely December I've had in decades, or some sort of deeper experience with my guardian angels during the season. Do I ask for something that might not be deliverable by December 24th, something that might take months or even a year to develop, asking for some sort of wish and knowing, well, it'll take a while? Do I do that? I don't know the answers to these questions, even for myself, let alone for those of you listening. I'm pretty sure it's a personal thing. I have a few things in mind for myself that I'm still pondering. You know, I think that writing a letter to Santa really is a powerful form of law of attraction. Think about it. It's basically law of attraction. It's writing down a wish, writing down something you want, and then having the faith that it will come true. And there are other reasons besides that I think indicate why writing a letter to Santa as an adult can have a very powerful effect. First of all, it puts us back into a place of assessing the divine magic of our childhood. I'm all for that. I am all for being in a place of my childhood and getting to experience that, fanning the flames of childlike wonder. Writing to Santa provides adults with an opportunity to tap into that sense of innocent excitement and belief in the magic of Christmas. It's a chance to momentarily escape the stresses of adulthood and embrace the whimsy of the season. Secondly, it gives us oh, sorry, I hidden my notes from myself. Give me 1 second. There we go. Secondly, it gives us a chance at a reflective exercise. It encourages adults to ponder the ups and downs of the year and to express their hopes and desires for the future. It can help us to foster gratitude, which is like a cornerstone of the holiday season. When adults write to Santa, they can express their gratitude for the blessing and the people in their lives. And taking a moment to acknowledge gratitude can be a heartwarming experience, reminding us of the importance of appreciating what we have. I firmly believe that gratitude is a powerful, powerful aspect to the law of attraction, and therefore a powerful aspect of creating what we want to manifest. Another reason I think that it's super cool for adults to consider writing a letter to Santa is because it keeps the magic alive. The holiday season is a time when magic seems to permeate the air. Writing to Santa allows adults to actively participate in upholding the traditions that make this season so special. It keeps the spirit of Christmas alive and vibrant, ensuring that generations to come can continue to enjoy the same enchanting experiences. And frankly, when we talk about generations to come, let's add to that, because if you want, it can also be a way to connect with your loved ones. Parents can sit and write their own letters with their children who are writing their letters. Something that could become a lifelong tradition that then gets passed down over generations. But I'm going to be totally honest with you. As much as I love my husband, I don't really want to write my letter with him. I'm thrilled for him to write his own letter, but there's something about this that is just for me. I feel like writing a letter to Santa is just so personal and so just mine. And so it's for my own heart and childhood wonder and awe. And so I just kind of want to do it alone. I want to do it by myself. I am actively thinking about what I want to write Santa for. I really am. And again, I'm not 100% sure yet, but I'm close. I'd like to have it out the door by the time you hear the podcast. I guess we'll see how that goes. But in the meantime, I wrote you something. I'm calling it "'Twas the Night Before Christmas with All of the Angels." I hope you like it. I'm not sure. I'm like, oh my God, this might be super corny, but I wrote it anyway. So here we go. All right, here we go. "'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the skies the archangels were gathered with joy in their eyes. Their wings were aflutter with radiance so bright, their halos aglow with joy for this night. Archangel Michael was there with his sword held so high, guarding the world as the stars filled the sky. With strength and protection, he watched over all life, guiding us past worries and relieving us of strife. Archangel Gabriel, the messenger so fair, announced the good news so that all were aware. Love had come to bless all as foretold, with magic and miracles for all to behold. Raphael came to heal with emerald green light from his hand. He brought comfort and solace to every land. Healed the sick and the wounded with love so deep. In the silent night, their souls he would keep. Archangel Uriel, with wisdom so vast, illuminated minds with a light that would last. In the stillness of night, he shared divine transformation, bringing knowledge and healing that would be our salvation. Shamuel was present with love pure and true. He embraced all hearts with a warm, loving hue. In the hearts of humanity, he blessed us with peace, uniting us all so that wars could all cease. Shamuel was present with love pure and true. He embraced all hearts with a warm, loving hue. In the hearts of humanity, he blessed us with peace, uniting us all so that wars could all cease. Zadkiel then blessed us with forgiveness and grace, helping to release burdens and find our true place. Raguel brought us friendships and people so true that our hearts were overflowing as loneliness withdrew. Azrael healed our sorrows so we could experience the awe of the season of light and goodwill towards all. Archangel Jophiel, with beauty beyond measure, sprinkled the world with happiness and pleasure. Haniel brought intuition into this silent night and filled up our hearts with true divine light. Jeremiah brought us clarity and awareness of our purpose, a goal and direction that truly would serve us. Sandalphon heard our wishes and wove a deep prayer so that Source could respond in ways that were easy to share. Metatron brought us focus and slowed down time so that we could be still and feel joy so sublime. Raziel weaved his magic with rainbows and quartz, allowing us all to feel unending support. Ariel brought abundance for all to observe, that as children of the divine, we all fully deserve. As the night grew deeper, our guardian angels did sing. Their voices like bells in the night did they ring. They whispered of peace, love, and goodwill as the world slept in stillness, tranquil and still. So on this sacred night, with angels above, may you feel their presence, their warmth, and their love. With blessings and joy, they watched from on high, wishing you a love and light under this magical sky. So, wow, I almost feel like I should apologize for that. But hopefully you liked it. So I wanted to do one other thing. I wanted to use Archangel Michael's Sword of Light cards, since we just talked about all the archangels in this special little poem that I wrote, and get us a reading. I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to pull the cards right now. It's not pre-shuffle, pre-nothing. And give us a reading about things that we should be thinking about for the holiday season. Something for all of us. Something for us to think about. And so here we are. I'm shuffling the cards from the Sword of Light Oracle card deck. And here we go. All right. So the first card I have is take control of your thoughts. Now, this makes perfect sense because what we've been talking about, we've been talking about writing a letter to Santa. We've been talking about law of attraction and how important it is. And so this card shows Archangel Michael's Sword of Light in the form of a key that is going into a keyhole, and magic is coming out of it. And it says, take control of your thoughts. And Michael's quote is, your thoughts are creating your reality. Have faith and stay focused on the outcome that you truly desire. The second card says, the way forward is open. And here we have this magical map. And at the bottom of the map, it's got an X and says, you are here. And it's a map that leads us to these beautiful words that magically say joy. Joy, a very Christmas word. And again, the card is the way forward is open. And it said, Michael's quote says, you are not trapped. You are not trapped. Possibilities and opportunities abound. I will guide you to personal and spiritual freedom. So taking control of your thoughts helps to make the way forward be open for you. And our last card is prioritize self-care. And we've got this woman, and she's got all these hearts, and she's giving herself a hug. And the card, prioritize your self-care. And the quote from Michael says, you do so much for others. It's time for you to experience the love you deserve and let others help you. So here is our message for the holiday season. No matter which of the holidays that you believe in or which of the holidays that is special and unique to your family, take control of your thoughts. Do not fall into the false illusion that you're trapped, because the way is forward, and prioritize self-care during this holiday season so that you don't get exhausted and worn out, but can love every single moment of it. I should also point out to you before I go that the elves in RadleighLand have been very busy creating energetic stocking stuffers for your shopping list. So you can find out all about it by visiting RadleighValentine.com/sale. I've also put together some more season podcasts for you that I am calling the 12 Days of Magical Holiday Magic. So you'll see that show up in two parts. I'll be combining messages from the angels with cards to give you 12 bits of sage advice on how to ramp up the joy this holiday season while also beating back the challenges. So you can look for that over the next 2 weeks. No matter what version of this holiday of light that you celebrate, it is my fervent hope that you will feel nothing but happiness and magic, awe, and wonder. May your letters to Santa bring magical results that blow your mind. And may you find nothing but joy in this most magical of seasons. Happy holidays, everybody.